Hi there, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we are talking about intuition and 5 ways that it tries to get your attention, or 5 signs that your intuition is trying to talk to you or tell you something. So I talk about intuition a lot on this channel because I think that intuition is one of the most important things to become aware of and to be connected to in this life. Our intuition is our best guide. It's kind of like our navigation system through life. It helps us discern between what is right and wrong, what is true and false, just what direction to take in life. Our intuition is our connection to our soul. It's our connection to the divine, to the universe, to our soul's path, to our soul's blueprint. This is the link between us as humans and our spiritual selves, or the spiritual, side of life. So our intuition is a very, very important aspect of ourselves. So we all have intuition, no matter who you are. We all have this sort of sixth sense, this deep inner knowing, this voice inside of us that kind of tells us where to go, what to do. You could call it a gut feeling, an instinct, a hunch that you just know that something is true, something is right. We all have it. Not a lot of us have strengthened it. Maybe you're disconnected from it. So what I hope to help you with is to get reconnected to your intuition. This is like your inner being, and so you can have an easier time navigating through life. You can make better decisions, and when you're connected to your intuition, you're really connected to your soul's path, as I mentioned, and you're connected to the universe. And when you're connected, then you're co-creating with the universe. The universe can help you accomplish things in life as long as you follow your truth, your intuition. Follow your own rhythm, right? That's what this is all about. So in this video, we're going to talk about 5 ways that your intuition is trying to talk to you, so that you can become aware of these sort of deeper messages that are trying to come to the surface and get your attention. But before we get into that, if you would like more resources on personal growth, spirituality, self-love, empowerment, go ahead and check out my website at followyourownrhythm.com. And if you're enjoying this video and if it's resonating with you, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so the first way that you can tell that your intuition is talking to you and saying something is it's going to be a very subtle feeling or sensation in your body that for some reason is telling you to do something, or telling you that something is true or right for you. So you just have to pay attention. This is what most people would call like a gut feeling. I just had a feeling, I just had an urge, I just had a nudge to do something. I couldn't explain why I did it. I just felt like doing something. You can't explain it, and it's very subtle. So it's not like an obvious, like loud voice, yelling at you, telling you to do something. It's a very quiet, gentle, and subtle voice or sensation in your body telling you to do something, or telling, just giving you some sort of guidance. So the key here is the resonance. It resonates in your body. Okay, so an exercise that you can do and start to practice in order to strengthen this part of your intuition is, let's say that you have 3 options. You have 3, decisions, like 3 choices that you can make. Small decisions. So don't make like life, changing decisions. So let's say there's 3 movies that you have to watch, like 3 options of movies that you want to watch. So I would write the title of each of the 3 movies that you're interested in watching but can't decide on which one onto a separate piece of paper, so like a little post-it note. So like title 1, title 2, title 3. Crumble them up, each of them, and put them in like a pile. So like make pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, okay? And tune in to each of the piles. So first of all, before you do that, set the intention and say, hey, intuition, tell me which pile, which movie is right for me to watch. Which is the best movie for me to watch right now? Which is the one that's going to make me laugh the most, or make me feel the best, or maybe there'll be a message in there that I need to hear. Which movie is right for me right now at this moment in my life? So then you're gonna go ahead and look at pile 1, and you're gonna really focus your energy on that little crumbled up piece of paper and just really look at it and see the feeling that you get from that pile. So just look at it, just be with it, okay? I'm pretending like I'm staring at the pile right now, so the little post-it. So just look at it, be with it, and see how it resonates. You're like, okay, 1. See what feeling you feel. What do you feel? Maybe you don't feel anything, Okay, cool. Pile 1. Move on to pile 2. How do you feel? How does it resonate? what kind of sensation does it create in your body? What kind of resonance is there? Okay, go on to pile 3 and do the same thing with pile 3. And I swear to God, you are going to get some sort of a sensation in your body with the pile that is meant for you to watch, for the movie. Okay, you are going to have some sort of a reaction in your body. It's going to be a deep urge, nudge, knowing, like a strong feeling that you're going to get from the pile that you're supposed to choose. And if you don't feel anything, then go through it again. 1, 2, 3. And you're paying attention to how your body feels in each of the piles. Whichever one that you felt the strongest resonance to, you would, choose, open, watch the movie. And I bet you that's going to be the movie for you. You're going to have some sort of an epiphany, or you're going to have a good time, or you're going to learn something new, or something great is going to happen from that movie. So that was just like a small little example, but you can do this with other things in your life, and you don't have to like do post-it notes and stuff, but I'm just saying that this is how you're training. You're sort of becoming aware of when your intuition is talking to you. You're sort of making yourself familiar with that feeling inside of you, with that sensation, that resonance, so that next time something happens in life, you can relate to that feeling, like, oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling of intuition. Now I can just use it in my everyday life. Okay, so the second way that your intuition tries to talk to you or get your attention is there is a recurring message that keeps coming up over and over and over and over and over again until you listen to it. So this message will not go away. So this could be like a dream that you have, a passion that you have, a goal that you have, or something that you want to accomplish or pursue in your life that keeps resurfacing every 3 months or so. I don't know, maybe it's every 2 weeks. Maybe it's every year. I don't know. Maybe it's just throughout your life. But it's just a message that keeps coming up, popping back up in your head constantly over again. And when this message pops up in your head, this isn't a strong message like, do this now, go do it. It's like I said, it's not like a yelling message or anything like that. But it's just something that just comes up, and then you push it away, because that's what we usually do with these messages. We're like, no, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to deal with it. Okay, goes away, and then it comes back up. And it just doesn't go away until it doesn't go away. It keeps coming back up. Another example of this would be some sort of a fear or an issue that you have within you that you need to deal with and address. And this sort of fear or feeling or trauma would come back up every now and again in your life that you have to look at and face. And you'll keep pushing it away because you're not ready. But then that one day will come where you're like, wait, what is that? And then you're going to be ready to deal with it. And then that's your intuition kind of bringing your attention and your awareness to that issue that you have to face and deal with. Another example would be something that you have to do that is very hard, like you have to leave your job, or you have to end your marriage, or leave a relationship, or do something that isn't really like pleasant and convenient and comfortable, but your soul is calling you to do it. It's like a big change that you have to make, some sort of a transformation, some big decision that you have to make. It's going to keep coming up. It's going to keep haunting you and reminding you that this is something that you have to do. And the reason that this is happening is because your soul knows what you need. Your soul knows what is good for you. And it's just going to keep coming up and kindly remind you every once in a while until you listen, because this is your soul's journey. This is your soul's path, and your intuition is your way of communicating with your soul's path. And the key with this is a recurring message. So it's going to keep coming back up over and over again. So go ahead and pay attention to what sort of message keeps coming back up, or maybe reflect on something that, every 3 months comes up in your life. So for me, this is many things. There's just messages constantly coming like, hey, listen to me. But one big one was when I was married, I was still married. And every 3 months or so, there was this feeling that I had that I'm not satisfied, I'm not happy, there's something wrong here. And all the issues that I felt within my marriage would come surface and come to the light, and try to bring my attention, my awareness to it, so that I could look at it and be like, hey, let's address this issue. And I kept pushing it away, and it kept coming back up. And the other part of this is that the more that you push it away, the more that it will come back up, and it will come back more frequently, And it's not going to be like loud and like mean and harsh, but it is going to be like frequent and constant, and it might get stronger. That like the feeling of needing to do this thing might get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger the more that you don't listen to it until you actually do listen to it. I do want to point out that your intuition is not evil, it is not negative, it is not hateful, it's not judgmental, it's not mean. It will never ever ever tell you anything hurtful towards you or disempowering or anything that makes you feel small, okay? So that's your ego. Your intuition is a very loving, kind, and gentle voice, and it really is just trying to help you and lead you to where you're supposed to go. So the third way that your intuition tries to send you messages and talk to you is through inspiring thoughts and ideas that come to you randomly and out of nowhere. So you might be just going about your day, you know, maybe you're shopping, you're driving, you're washing dishes, you're cleaning, or whatever, and then you have this like random idea pop into your head, you know, telling you to do something or telling you a solution to a question that you've had. You have this new inspiring idea for a project, and the difference between like this and like the other stuff I talked about is like the other ones are more like from internal, like it's a sensation, it's like an inner voice, it's like a, you know, you can't really pinpoint it. This is more like a thought. This is more of like an idea. It comes through your mind, you know, more. And this isn't like an ego-based thought where it's telling you, you know, you suck or like, you know, you're gonna fail or anything like that. Anything of a negative, lower nature, that's all ego, that is like your inner critic, that's not your intuition trying to talk to you. Your intuition is going to be, again, very gentle, kind, loving, compassionate. And it's going to sort of be like, what? Like that? I never think these things. Like, you know, I usually don't engage in these types of thoughts, or like that was a random idea. Like I would never think of that. It's those types of thoughts and ideas that pop into your head that like aren't really normal for you, that are probably your intuition trying to tell you, you know, to do something or give you a message. Some people are actually clairaudient to where they actually hear voices in their head, you know, messages from spirit, which really is like their intuition and, you know, to do something. So that's like an actual thing. But yeah, these are just like random ideas that pop into your head. They're very uplifting and motivational and inspiring and eye-opening about something that you should do. Okay, so the fourth way that your intuition is talking to you or tries to send you a message or gets your attention is through your dreams. So not everybody has this. You know, some of us just have random dreams and they don't really mean much. Sometimes it's just our subconscious mind talking to us. A lot of times it's a reflection of our fears and things like that. But some people, and maybe this is you and maybe this is not, maybe, you know, you can start paying attention, but some people receive messages through their dreams, and that's really just their intuition talking to them about something that they need to do, or sort of sending them like messages about a future event that's going to happen or how it's going to play out. Or some people even go, you know, traveling, like astral traveling, and they meet their spirit guides, and they do all sorts of crazy things in their dreams. I actually have a client who she has dreams, and then literally like the next day or like within the next week, like that dream will play out in her reality. And like she'll have a dream about an event that's coming up, and then in her dream it'll play out like how it's going to be, and then she'll actually live through that experience, and it actually plays out in that way. And it's very symbolic in her dream. So like her dream will kind of tell her like what to do and what not to do. So like she had this dream where like this relationship with this guy, you know, how it played out, and that it didn't end well. Like it just ended in heartbreak. And yeah, there was love, but then it ended in heartbreak. And so she knew not to pursue that relationship because of how it played out. And, you know, she was just telling me that, like, you know, I have to really just trust that it's my intuition telling me and guiding me through my dreams. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, I've never heard of this stuff before, you know? And so, yeah, our intuition, a lot of times it does try to communicate to us of like what to do, what not to do. And yeah, sometimes it is our fears playing into the dream, but like some people are really, really connected to their intuition through their dream space. So, you know, if that's you, then you need to just become aware of that and see what your dreams are trying to tell you. Maybe write down your dreams and, you know, see the pattern and see if these things actually play out in your life and if they actually reflect what was happening in your dream. Okay, so the fifth way that your intuition talks to you is through passion and love. So this is basically anything that you're ever really excited by and really like into and love and have just a lot of passion for, right? A lot of curiosity about, very interested in. It's this like fire in your soul that drives you to this thing, this person, this place, this idea, this whatever. That is your intuition talking to you. That is your intuition saying to go that way. Now, this is not some sort of an ego-based desire or like a lower nature type of desire, you know, where you're like, well, I love chocolate cake. Like, my intuition is telling me to keep eating chocolate cake because I love it so much. So you would have to tune in and check in with yourself and see like, okay, well, is this really like a soul-based desire, or is this actually healthy for me, or is this toxic and this is not actually good for me? So that's probably my ego craving this. But yeah, it's like this deeper desire that you have for something. So this is your passion, this is your drive, this is your motivation, your inspiration, things that you're intrigued by, interested in, curious about. It's that love, that passion, that fire that you have inside of you. This is your intuition. This is your intuition communicating to you that whenever you feel that way, whenever you feel elated and enjoy and happy and just so good and so alive, that is your intuition telling you that this is something that you need to keep pursuing. This is good for you. This is, you know, a situation that you should, you know, be in, and like this is good. So yeah, your intuition really talks to you through your joy and your happiness and your bliss and your aliveness, your excitement, your passion, your love, all of that. It's beautiful. So yeah, those are the 5 ways that your intuition talks to you. I'm curious to know if you have identified any of those like signs and messages within yourself, and if you listen, or you know, how you deal with it when that comes up. And I really recommend that you do start to pay attention to these 5 ways that your intuition might be trying to get your attention, and listen to it and follow it, because anytime that you follow your intuition, I promise you, it will take you to where you need to go. The path might not be easy, you know, it might not be challenge free, but it is definitely going to lead you to your ultimate like purpose and like where you're meant to be, to your ultimate like happiness, your greatest potential. That's what your intuition does. Our ego mind can't always make sense of what to do and where to go. You know, we're limited, but your intuition, it's connected to your soul, that knows the way. So just like listen to that, and that's your communication with the universe too, and then you'll just, you know, be where you need to be where your soul wants to be. You know, that's where you're going to be your happiest. So I really hope that that was helpful, and if it was, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in my next video.